Ba-ba-ba-ba! It's your boy, DJZ. And I want you to check out my man Cody over on YouTube at Rasslin Rage. Check his website out, r2youtube.com, and give them a follow, give them a subscribe, give them a like. Ba-ba-ba-ba!
Hey everybody, it is Cody here from Rasslin Rage, also Michigan Independent Weekly. That's on r2youtube.com every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and Rasslin Rage live every Sunday at 8 p.m. I am joined by Rod Lee. My man, thank you for joining me today. What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Awesome, definitely. So we spoke quite a bit recently after a local show here in Michigan, and I found out a lot of things I didn't know about you. I've seen you so much here in my state. I didn't know that you're not from Michigan.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually from Toledo, which is like 5 minutes away from Michigan. I'm seriously going up the main road from my house. I'd be in Michigan in like 5, maybe 10 minutes.
So that's so you do work in Ohio as well as Michigan as well.
Yes, I'm actually going to be in Fremont on Saturday and then here in Toledo on Sunday.
Nice,
And
nice.
the week after, I'm going to be at XICW and then Rising Action. I'm going to be there every third Friday for the foreseeable future.
Nice, man. So you're kind of mixing it up between the two right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm getting like a foothold in both markets, especially since I'm in that battleground city.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. So I seen you the first time I actually seen you wrestle was at New Breed. It was at their first Diesel Power show, I believe it was the first
Yep,
one.
yep,
Um, we talked a little bit after that too. A lot of people come into professional wrestling in different ways. Some people come in because, it's something they want to do that, they've dreamt of doing. It's their dream. Some people just kind of fell into their lap because they did something else or they knew somebody. Tell us a little bit how you decided to seek out, training for professional wrestling. Like, how did that come about?
Well, I love this story actually. Um, I started watching wrestling when I was about 10, 11 years old. But what really hooked me in was my mom bought me the DVD of SummerSlam 2001. And that was my first real, like, exposure. I mean, I kind of watched SmackDown here and there, but I wasn't really allowed to stay up too late. I was a kid still. So I watched that DVD, and I watched it until it literally cracked. I would put that thing out. I could probably recant to you the whole card, who won and everything off the top of my head at any given moment. It's
Wow.
really one of my favorite shows of all time, and that just got me hooked. And I would watch, the weekly shows. I started watching Impact because it was on, I believe, Fox Sports back in 2002, 2003,
Right.
and to get it at my mom's school my mom was a teacher at the school, and I would go there after class, and I would start watching that on TV and seeing AJ Styles and stuff. That was insane to me, especially watching his career growing up. But since then, but after being a fan for a very long time, back in about 2015, one of my friends, Robert Lopez, he decided he was going to start up a school and a promotion in the area. I'd heard about
Okay.
some local indie stuff, but I wasn't really, I really didn't know how to go about it to that point. So I met him, and through that, I met the person who ended up training me to this day, CK3 Crimson,
Okay.
and I also met Trey Miguel, who also trains me currently.
Not a, not a bad couple of names to say they've trained you.
Oh no, I love those guys to death, and they've really taken me under my wing. But there was actually a bit of a detour. I took about, I want to say, 3 years between like actually starting my training and finishing it due to various like family and financial reasons.
Okay.
And in that time, the school I went to closed down. This is before Skull and Bones opened up. So I ended up down at Ohio Pro Wrestling Academy in April of 2019.
Okay.
Yes, April 2019. That was last year. Where James Avery, Tommy Chill, and I can't remember his name. Cyrus Pop. That's
Okay.
gonna kill me for that later. But it'll be fine. Love you, Sam. He actually designed one of my new pieces of merch that I just posted on my Facebook.
Yeah, I seen that. I shared that, by the way.
And I appreciate you. I really do.
No problem.
You were already kind of in line to get something nice, especially in exchange for one of those nifty little MIW shirts you got there.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I do like those, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So you get trained, you go out. You said you had a 3-year detour due to some other situations going on in life, because we all know life happens. But what a lot of people don't do, is finish. And not just in wrestling, but in everything in life. They start something and they never finish. But you, in fact, went back and finished up your training, and now you're out, you're working. And you're doing shows, like we said earlier, not just in Ohio, but also in Michigan. And one of the premier promotions in my state of Michigan is XICW. Longest running promotion in the state of Michigan, ran by a legacy of wrestling in our state by the Monroe family, Sweet Daddy Malcolm Monroe's son, DBA, and DBA's son, MM3, and the entire Monroe family that's ingrained in professional wrestling here in the state of Michigan. And you're there quite a bit. And it's obvious, that you want to earn your spot in one of those proving grounds or whatever. What do you got to do to get something like that, to get on the proving ground?
Well, when it comes to proving ground, you are right. That is definitely something I'm gunning for. Season 8, you're going to see the main character, Rod Lee, on proving ground, and you've heard it here first.
There you go.
As for what I have to do, I just have to keep honing my craft, keep getting that fan support behind me, and learning how to be the best professional wrestler I can be. I've talked to DBA and MM3 extensively. I've talked to Johnny Delicious. I've talked to AT Huck. I love talking to Huck. He always has something great to tell me. And I try to take as much, and of course Mike Z as well. I try to take as much advice as I can get from them, everyone in the locker room. I've rode to shows with Jackson Stone.
One of my favorite dudes right there, man.
I love, much love for the Shogun.
Yeah, he's my guy.
I'm constantly bothering Marcus Everett about wrestling, literally constantly. He wants to sell houses. I'm like, no, we're doing wrestling stuff now.
So, you got XI, and I know that you're part of this Friday night with Rising Action Wrestling now. They've changed their name. You're part of this thing, and you got some things going on with another guy I've interviewed, Mr. JP Ono over there, Mr. One Night Only. And I mean, you guys, you had a match here at the last Friday night, and you guys, you have another one coming up, don't you, here soon?
Yeah, last Friday Night Fire, Ono got one over on me, on One Night Only. So I have to give him that. I will. Right. I'll take my L, but I don't forget. And I heard rumor that he has some sort of surprise going into the next match because he knows he can't beat me in a fair fight. So I've been keeping my ear to the ground, seeing what I can find out, and I'm going to handle him. I don't take being screwed over lightly. I was undefeated up until that match, and honestly, I had it won. Everyone seemed to agree when they were watching it.
Right.
The crowd was definitely behind me, and I appreciate all of you for that.
Yeah. There you go. I like it. So, you you got that going on, and that's not the only matches you have coming up. Like you said, you have a few other places that you're going to. I know you said you're going to be in Fremont, right?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna be in Fremont, um, February 8th. Yes, that's next show. I know I'm gonna be down there with D-Ray 3000, who's
Ooh, there you
Pro
go.
Gun, because that's my. We have a business relationship, trying to make sure I keep that LPW title with him.
Right, yeah, he's a good guy, man. I interviewed him before too, man. Real nice dude.
Well, yes, much love for the Pro Gun as well. Um, Not
Yeah.
entirely sure what I'm gonna do when that proposed match takes place, if such when it happens.
Uh-oh. All right, so you trade, you do all these great things. You get it. You're working with XI. You're getting in there. You're doing the proving ground, and you got Rising Action Wrestling here in Michigan, and these other organizations you're working with in Ohio. And how long have you been actively working now?
Um, I had my first official match May 4th of 2019.
Okay.
So I like to say since May.
All right. Okay. So you could consider it. Don't take this the wrong way, but you're still kind of green, right? Still kind of green. And everybody, I don't know if you know my background, but I've been in martial arts for a few years, and one thing that we stress about in martial arts is that everybody has to learn, right? And you have to have goals, and you have to um, get better at what you're doing. So, what are the goals for you going forward in professional wrestling? And what are some things that you would like to get better at?
Um, I have personal goals. Of course, like I'm planning on going to WrestleCon this year. I really want to network down there and try to really expand out. Like, I like the Michigan area, but I also want to expand outward.
Oh, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, brother.
Up to go up to Canada, check out Crossbody Pro.
Oh, there you go.
I see my friend Blake up there a lot, so I
Yeah,
really
Blake,
like that.
Shogun, BRD.
Yeah, I see the BRD jacket in the background.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's actually those are his pants. Those are his very first set of trunks that he wore, and he signed them and gave them to me because him and I were buddies. So
I like it.
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to end up. I want to try to expand out more. Get a little of that world traveled moniker.
Absolutely.
Like in my play 3. Just try to again become the best wrestler I could possibly be. Eventually everyone wants to get signed and make that big money. So
oh yeah, right.
Throw that in there.
Right. Now, so everybody has, I guess, everybody tries to put themselves, and I wouldn't say themselves, but everybody puts everybody in a style per se, right? Everybody has a style of wrestling. Would you say you have a style, and if you do, what is your style of wrestling?
I don't want to use the term all arounder because I feel like a lot of people use that.
Okay.
Offense to them. But I definitely learn from a lot of different people. So I have a bit of like grappling. I'm surprisingly good at chain wrestling. That being said, a lot of people tell me I forget that 260 pounds and I try to wrestle like I'm half that weight.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
so you see me. Yeah, so you see me doing some of the quicker spots or some of the more high flying stuff. I mean, I love doing that. Outside in German, that's one of my favorite moves in my entire repertoire so far.
That's awesome, man.
And that really combines like a lot of the stuff I like to do. I really like adding that speed and power.
Right. Sort of like I'm not going to compare you to anybody because I hate when they do that. I don't want to compare you and say you're like somebody, but I wouldn't call it a comparison, but somebody to say that does some big things for a big person would be, say, Dre Jacobs.
I knew you were gonna say that. I love Dre to death. I mean, obviously he's been a very big inspiration. Um, I've known him honestly since around the time I started training. In fact, one of the first actual indie shows I ever went to, he was on that show, and I was very impressed with what I saw. So whether consciously or subconsciously, I do end up doing similar things to him. And I honestly message him all the time as well. I send him my matches and say, "Hey, Dre, can you tell me what you think? How can I get better?" And he always gets back to me with some good insight. So
yeah, he's
definitely a relationship there.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that likes to throw out some good information for everybody, not just wrestlers, but anybody in life.
And also, Dre, if you're watching this, that's one thing to say. Goku is worthy of wielding Mjolnir. Please don't at me. You're gonna at me anyway, but don't at me.
Oh Lord. So we talked about your goals and we talked about all that good stuff, and we got to know Rod Lee a little bit, and I always look forward to one of the things that I love, right, about doing these interviews is and especially with the guys that are coming into the businesses, is it's kind of like taking a journey, right? Where I get to take a journey with you. It's like, because I meet you this early in your career, and at 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now, we've established a relationship, and I get to talk to you and see you grow, and it's pretty awesome stuff, man. So thank you for bringing me on for your journey, man. That's awesome stuff. I really appreciate that, and I have a lot of respect for that, because I've said this to a few people before, where they tell me thank you for doing an interview. No, man, thank you. I feel like you're doing me the favor.
Well, I do have to thank you, because not only are you taking the time to want to be included on my journey, you're also giving me a platform to reach other people. So of course I have to thank you for that.
Well,
I appreciate the work you do, and it means a lot to me that people really are this invested in what I do.
Absolutely. And it's not just me. There's more of us. There's more people just like me, not necessarily not have a YouTube channel or do what this here, but there's a lot of people that are invested in not just Michigan, but independent wrestling all the way around, man. And man, the family and the brotherhood and the camaraderie that comes out of this independent wrestling scene. And we only seen that intensify sixfold with that Dread Queen show, it's an amazing thing that we're all part of here.
Yeah, and I appreciate the fans. I really do. I was glad the Dread Queen show went well. I had a prior engagement that day, or I would have been there myself.
Absolutely.
I am, very happy that it went well. Again, I have much respect for Dread King Logan, another person I try to talk to as often as I can.
My homeboy, man.
Yeah, a lot of people, especially if they're in the XICW locker room, I am probably bothering them with some question about wrestling.
Nothing wrong with that, and I'm sure they enjoy it. Well, man, listen, before we get out of here and I cut you away, I give everybody this platform, right? And I want you to throw out your social media, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff that you got for Rod Lee. And listen, everybody that's watching, if you haven't already, please smash the thumbs up and then scroll down there in that description down there. And you're going to find these links right to his social media. Whatever he tells you, I'm going to put the link in there. So all you got to do is click it. Hey, maybe you want to be difficult. That's okay. And you want to put the @ stuff in there and go and do that, do it. But to make it real simple on you, I'm going to put it down there in that description. So go ahead, Mr. Rod Lee. Throw that stuff out there so the people can find you, man.
Okay, so on Facebook, it is just Rod Lee. On Twitter, it is @MC Rod Lee. And Instagram, it is @Otaku Wrestling Dude. That's OTAKU. Otaku.
Thank you for spelling that, because I would have been like,
If you can't tell by my wall scroll curtains, I'm kind of a giant weeb.
Hey, man, nothing wrong. My son's the same way, man. His room's all decorated. He's all done up, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Also, quick shout out, because I just saw it in front of me. I have a life-size keyboard.
There you go. Nice, nice. Love it. My son's got one of them too.
Theme Park is like my favorite game series of all time.
There you go. All right, Mr. Rod Lee, we are going to probably see you, let's see, XI, and then probably at Rising Action Wrestling, man.
Yes, sir. You'll see me at both those places.
Very good. Thanks so much, brother, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.
Check it out. It's r2youtube.com. That's R2 youtube.com, and tell them Velvet sent you.
It's going down. This is Rasslin Rage. Do it now. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.